Every time I ride the riverbed, I like to come on the bottom part versus the actual path, because you have so much space, and I just love practicing my wheelies. I feel like this is the perfect spot to get that practice in, and you don't bother anybody. You have a ton of room, so it gives you a lot of confidence to work on them versus the path up there. It's very, very narrow and tight. Today is another street riding day. I don't think the downhill trails are open just yet. We got a ton of rain this past week. A lot of things took a hit. So I don't even know if it'll be ready next week, but this week we're just gonna get some street riding in, some cruising, maybe hit up the skate park again, and just keep getting that practice in. I feel like last session at the skate park gave me a lot of confidence on this bike and jumping around, so we're gonna keep the rhythm going, the momentum going. This was pretty dumb of me. I came very unprepared on this ride. My front wheel, as I was doing those like front stoppies, started feeling weird, and sure enough, I flipped my bike over and the axle's loose, and I don't have a multi-tool to tighten it. I can loosen it with my hand. What I think I'm going to do, I'm gonna hand tighten it and get it as good as I can, and maybe someone on this trail has a multi-tool I can borrow. So as long as I don't use my front brake, I think we should be good. I'm not even trying to go that fast, I'm just cruising. But every cyclist that I pass by is zooming, you know? I feel like I don't want to interrupt their workout, so we're just gonna keep on trekking. I think there's a parking spot down the road or down the riverbed where cyclists park and get ready to ride, so maybe I'll run into somebody there and we'll find the tool. I was debating about going home, but this seems more fun. Struggling seems a little bit more fun to me. I'm also teaching myself a lesson to be more prepared on a ride. We did it. That cyclist right there in the green, his name was Hi. He was kind enough to let me borrow his multi-tool. Thank you, man. You saved me. I really don't like riding with music unless it's a calm ride or a simple ride. Whenever I'm mountain biking and I'm doing an intense climb, I've tried to listen to music, and I feel like it just ruins my workout. And on the downhill, I especially can't listen to music because of how concentrated I need to be. But on a ride like today, or somewhere flat like the riverbed, I find it very peaceful and calming to just throw on some music. And I think part of it is that I don't really do much on the riverbed. I just pedal and cruise, and it's all flat. Cerritos. You got a pretty good selection of stuff to ride. See how this goes. I'm gonna try to hot manual. Back to back. probably one of the sketchiest slash funkiest feature they have at the skate park. Kind of mimics a wave, but the inner part is so inverted or steep that it just feels weird when you hit that middle section. And I landed nose head. There's this bowl that I want to try to 180. I'm gonna come in from that side, 180, turn out right there. A bit more. I'm gonna try to manual this thing. Manual the top part, manual the second part. That's not easy, that first little ramp. That second little drop throws me off. Dude, I got mixed feelings. I love the skate park, but I love the other one too. I think this one's just, I like it more because it's bigger. One thing I've noticed is like, I don't have many tricks in the bag when it comes to this bike. So I have to think of lines and things that I can do, like tricks. So it forces me to be a little bit more creative, because back in the BMX days, you know, you had pegs. I could do bar spins. All those tricks were like one of my main tricks, like bar spins. I love doing them, but this, with all the cables, you can't bar spin. So I am thinking a little different when I pick lines. Yo.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll be out right now. All right, bye. Looks like we're not gonna get that one. We're gonna have to save it for next time. My wife is here to pick me up. I lost track of time. She was calling me, and then I looked at my clock and I realized, wow, I probably won't make it home in time. So she was kind enough to bring the truck and pick me up. Fun spot, Cerritos Skate Park, treating me well. Thank you, madame. She picked me up and bought me Starbucks. Wife of the year. So we did another street session just because a lot of the trails here in Southern California are very muddy, they're wet, basically not rideable. Last night I was just looking up different skate parks in my area, and the one in Cerritos is about a 45-minute bike ride from where I live, so I took the riverbed. And the other one, I believe it's Bellflower Skate Park. It's called Crothers. That one's about a 15 to 20 minute bike ride. But they're pretty much in the same direction. I have to hop on the riverbed. It's just that the Bellflower one is closer. And then if I wanted to go to the Cerritos one, you just trek down a little farther on the riverbed. You know, I was debating earlier this week if I should buy like a dirt jumper or something to ride skate parks. But then I also don't really know when I would ride that bike other than when it rains. Like I love skate parks, don't get me wrong, but I would prefer to go ride a mountain or a trail. That to me is more fun right now in this point in my life. So if I were to buy a dirt jumper, I would really only ride it maybe like when it rains in situations like this. But that's why I love the Hardtail, because it's so versatile that I can take it to a mountain, but then I can also get down with it at a skate park. It doesn't feel as good and nimble as like a dirt jumper would feel like, or a BMX bike, but you get used to it, it gets the job done. My main goal today was to get a 360, and I did it. I felt good. At Crothers, at the Bellflower Skate Park, I wanted to throw a 3, but I didn't feel like I was up for it yet, you know, out of a bowl. And before I landed the 3 out of the bowl at the Cerritos Skate Park, I did like at least 20-30 times just 180ing, and you know, getting a feel for the rotation. And then I felt it, and sure enough, I landed it. But that was one of the main goals. I just wanted a 360. We're looking good this week in terms of weather. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain at all this week. It's gonna be sunny like it was today, so hopefully the sun dries up these trails, and then the following weekend we can get out there and get some laps in, because to be honest with you guys, I'm itching to ride some trails. Any trails really. I just want to be out on a mountain getting some downhill in. So hopefully, fingers crossed, next Saturday we make it happen. That is gonna wrap up this adventure, but I'll catch you guys on the next one.